So I want to tell you about the little old Addies. So it's like a little old lady, except it's little old Addies. And the reason you need to know it is, in the acute phase, the Addy's tonic pupil causes anisocoria with a different size pupil, and the larger pupil doesn't react as well to light. And then over time, the near reaction will get better. And as we talked about in the Addy's tonic pupil video, which you can watch, that near reaction is tonic. And what that means is you have increased tone. So there's both innervation to muscles when you're activating them, but then there's a resting tone. That resting tone actually doesn't require you to do anything voluntarily. In fact, just standing up here, I have resting tone in my muscles, even though I'm not really moving. If I didn't have that resting tone, I would be hypotonic and I would fall over. And so all muscles have a resting tone. And so over time, that resting tone will cause this pupil to get smaller. And that little smaller pupil is called little old Addies. So over time, an Addy's tonic pupil goes from a mydriatic pupil to getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it will become a myotic pupil. And the reason it's dangerous is it might make the smaller pupil smaller than the normal pupil. And then you'll get anisocoria with the smaller pupil being the problem. And that's going to be very confusing if you follow the normal algorithms, because the anisocoria here, if you shine the light, is actually going to be less because the normal pupil still can constrict. But then when you try and dilate the pupil, this pupil won't dilate or constrict because it's stuck down. It has too much tone. And if you put the drops in this eye, like cocaine, it won't dilate. So then you'll think it's a Horner syndrome, when in reality, it's a little old Addies. So please don't put the cocaine drops or any drops that require this pupil to tell you whether it's going to dilate or constrict if it's a tonic pupil, because the increased tone will give a false positive on the test. So the first thing you need to do is check the light reaction. And as soon as the light reaction is impaired, then you check the near reaction. And if you have light near dissociation, please don't put any sympathomimetic drops in there. Those won't work. The drop to put in here is low-dose pilocarpine, which will further constrict the pupil and prove that this is a little old Addies.